Have that good. This is Jacob Christopher.
Yes.
Have fun.
All right.
And I'm out. I'll be in the back.
By the way, there is no curtain behind me. It is a green screen. I love that. It looks like I'm like in a theater with a curtain. But there is no curtain. See if I touch it. All right, let's tell some goddamn jokes, people. Y'all want to hear some shit? Let me ask y'all. I know you can't reply immediately because of the internet. Like, how many people here have ever smoked crack cocaine? Give me a hell yeah on the internet if you've smoked crack.
Yeah. Oh,
there you
wait.
go. Or
no,
in life.
No.
We're talking crack. All right, I used to smoke crack growing up as a teenager. All right, this is the start of my set. It's only going to get worse. All right, when I was like 18 to 21 years old, living in Virginia, I was smoking crack every night. All right, that's real. All right, that ain't something I'm proud of, all right, but I'm also not ashamed of it. We've all made mistakes, right? That's the whole point of my set is to, like, fuck it, life is fun. But I used to smoke some crack, little rock, and it's fun because if you ever go to shitty gas stations, you will notice, perhaps you have already noticed, they sell those little fake fabric roses for $1 a piece. They come in little glass tubes. And you might see them, they're called like love roses or whatever. You might see them and think, why do I buy this rose? How do I show love for my fiance or boyfriend with this $1 rose? You're not buying the rose, you're buying the glass tube that it comes in. Those are crack stems, right? But to sell them legally and openly, they have to create a novelty gift, hence the rose. All right, and I know this for a fact because I have bought thousands of them. I'm not even fucking with you right now. They're very fragile. They're not made in America. All right, they break just from heating and cooling. They will pop and explode in your mouth. All right, these are real stories. This better be relatable to everybody on the internet. I hope it's not, but for the one or two crackheads out there, let me tell you.
One or two crackheads be like, he's right.
Yeah, he's right. There's always a couple in the audience who are like, yeah, I get it. All right, I'm telling you, I used to go through those fucking crack pipes so much. I remember they kept breaking. Like in one night, I broke 3 crack pipes, so I had to keep going back and forth to the gas station. So 7-Eleven. And that third time, it's like 2 in the morning. They're about to close, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to play it cool. So I grab a Mountain Dew and a bag of Doritos. That cashier will have no idea as I walk up to him covered in sweat like a broken robot. One more rose, merchant. Thank you, I'm fine. Yes, don't worry about me. That's good stories, right? There is nothing worse than breaking a crack pipe at 3 in the morning after the gas station's closed. That is a disaster. Right? Because you ain't about to stop. Fuck no. You're going to get creative. You're going to get resourceful. All right, right? You remember you smoke weed? We all smoke weed. Remember you making bongs out of 2-liter bottles and apples and shit? Right? That's relatable. Put that into the mind of a crackhead. You will make fucking MacGyver look like Forrest Gump with the shit that you smoke out of. I'm talking desperation. All right? I don't know if y'all appreciate that analogy, but I can tell everyone in this internet room that I have smoked crack out of a flute. So fucking, do that with what you will. Got flashed? Anybody ever been flashed? Yes. Seen someone's dick not on purpose? You got flashed? When I first moved to Portland, some old dude was walking through my neighborhood just with a robe and flip-flops. And he had long, frizzy gray hair, and he looked creepy. But I'm from Virginia. I just moved. This is like 2 weeks into Portland. And I'm like, Jacob, don't judge this guy. All right, this is just Portland. How dare you come into this city and judge a man you've never met and assume he's creepy? He might just live in your neighborhood. Shame on you. But I was right. He was creepy. All right, when I got within talking distance, he said, hey, look. And he got my attention. He flipped open his wardrobe, his fucking robe, and I just got a full frontal of an 80-plus-year-old man. Like all of that. And let me tell you, this right here, if you can see this, yes, the penis area, that does not age well, ladies and gentlemen. I learned that. All right, that shit was translucent. It looked like one of those super deep ocean fish you see on National Geographic Channel. Like it made of quartz or something. And it was also so small. All right, it was a lot to take in, but physically it was very small. Which I'm not here to critique, all right? We're all unique and special. I don't have the biggest dick in here, I'll admit that. All right, but if you're going to show me your cock, and by the way, I'm not really interested, but if you're like, yo, look at my dick, it better be able to hit the back of my throat, Like no scrubs. I got to have, I got to have the bare minimum, people. Is that funny to y'all? I hope the internet's liking my dick sucking jokes.
You never know with the internet.
Right? That's a good point. Put this on like 4chan or some shit. Big My roommate, this is computer related.
Okay.
My roommate actually just got a new computer. Excuse me, it's not just a computer, it's a MacBook. Now, those are his words, not mine. I would never be such an asshole to say that. But I walked in on him opening his brand new computer, and like the cool roommate, hey, cool new computer, I said graciously. All right, but he was quick to correct me with that brand superiority complex. It's not just a computer, it's a MacBook bullshit. And I hate that so much, all right? He went on for 20 minutes telling me how much better Apple is than Windows, Microsoft PC. And he kept telling me the main reason he bought it, his last 2 Windows computers broke. They kept getting viruses. And on Apple's, I guess it's harder or you can't get viruses. I don't know. I've never gotten a virus. But as he's telling me this, all I can think is, man, my roommate must be creepy as shit because you don't get viruses from Facebook and Twitch and Google and, real websites. All right? You get viruses from being creepy on the internet, just like real life. All right? Like it's real shit. It's a direct translation. All right? And I'm not even talking about porn necessarily. You go to like real porn site, YouPorn, UJizz, RedTube. We're all familiar, right? The hits, classics. That's fine. Those are businesses that depend on you to have working computer to make money. All right? They're not fucking your shit up. It's when you start downloading and torrenting really seedy shit involving animals and kids. That's where you get viruses. All right? 90% of all computer viruses come from child porn. That's a real fact. All right? That I made up to support my joke. But regardless, think about that. All right? And people with Apples know this. That's a big selling point for them. All right? You see that guy in the coffee shop with his MacBook, there's a 90% chance that's a fucking pedophile. All right? That is why they buy them. All right? People look at that Apple logo as protection. They're like, oh, it's like a condom to protect me from getting viruses while I enjoy watching kids have sex on the internet. That's all that Apple is. Way to go, Steve Jobs. Fucking hero. I don't think so. All right? You know what's ironic, though? I will add this. If you enjoy sex with kids in real life, you don't even need a condom because they don't have viruses.
That's a darkie.
That's too far, too much. All right.
No, you're fine.
Too much.
You're fine.
No more abusing
Do your
kids.
thing. It's my garage.
I'm just
you
fucking
do
with
your
you.
fucking jokes.
God
do
damn.
your fucking jokes.
Let me talk about Virginia. I told you I was
Okay.
born there, grew up there.
Yeah, sure.
Grew up on a farm, like for a while, like very small town, dirt roads. My graduating high school class was 16 people. Like that's real. My high school yearbook looked like a Denny's menu. It was like 6 pages, just laminated paper stapled together with sad pictures. Really shitty. Anyway, I got a story. When I was in 2nd grade, I was like 7 years old. And my best friend had an older brother named Zach, who was like 19 or 20, who I idolized. He was like the big badass older brother role model I didn't have growing up. I love Zach. But he was 19 or 20. Thought he was so cool. Mainly because he drove a Mustang and he smoked cigarettes and he was covered with tattoos.
There you go.
Like, yeah, most people don't care about tattoos now because we're born with them because, well, we're cool. But in the 80s in Virginia, tattoos were like new, exciting technology. I love that shit. And he was covered too. Like neck, chest, stomach, arms were sleeved out with all these abstract geometric patterns and shapes. And he looked fucking awesome. So one morning I was riding the bus to school and I took out a magic marker out of my backpack and started coloring in my arms to make them look like Zach's out of admiration. Kill time. It's like a 45-minute bus ride. And by the time we pulled into primary school, both my arms were sleeved out just like Zach's. All right? I put good work into my arms, both of them, all the way wrapped around. I looked just like Zach. And I was proud. I got off that bus. I'm the coolest kid in 2nd grade. Look at this shit. My friends thought it was cool. My principal was not a fan. My principal was so angry with me. I've never seen a grown man that say he grabbed me by the neck. And again, late 80s, child abuse was way more acceptable. And he just threw me in the office screaming, Jacob, sit in this chair. What have you done to your arms? I need an explanation right now. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, long story short, that morning I learned what a swastika is. Yeah, apparently old Zach was a really cool white supremacist and all those abstract geometric tattoos had a very specific meaning I was not keen on. So I walked into 2nd grade with like 60 fucking swastikas going up and down my arms. Like, yeah, it's cool, right? No, just not as cool as I thought it was. Right? Fucking imagine my principal seeing some fucking 7-year-old ginger kid covered in swastikas. That's like some Children of the Corn shit. Like, that's scary. So props on him for not just running the opposite way. That's real. All right, this man's laughing over here. I like it. I got an audience person laughing. My one audience member's laughing. I tell y'all some honest shit. You know, that's all honest stuff. But I'll tell y'all, like, I want to be. I want to. He's losing his mind over here. I'm glad you like this.
Picture the second grader walking.
That's going to be my album cover. I'm going to find some ginger kid and just be like, here, let me do this to you and take a picture. But, so, like, you know, my life has been ups and downs. Like, sex is relatable, hopefully, or maybe not. You know, it's one of those things that it eats you up inside, you know, especially as a young man. Like, that's all you think about. Like, that's how you measure your own self-worth. Am I having sex or not? Am I worthless or not? And, like, when I was 16, I lost my virginity. I had sex with a girl twice, and then she dumped me. And I did not have sex again until I was 23 years old. Like, we're talking like a 6-year break, people, without having intimacy. That was creepy, but I did it. All right? And that's rough. That'll fucking eat your mind up. You'll fucking just thinking all the worst things about yourself. It's like really bad. Even just thinking about it now, I'm like, man, that was terrible. But, you know, it's changed. I'm like killing it now, obviously. But, like, I remember like when I was living in Virginia. And I moved to Portland when I was 23. And I was going on 5-6 years of not having sex. And I was getting really creepy and desperate because that's what happens after a number of years. So the first thing I did when I moved to Portland, I started using the internet to try and get laid. Which nowadays is fine. All right, there's nothing wrong. OkCupid, Tinder, whatever. You can reach out and fuck somebody legitimately. But 9 years ago, those sites didn't exist. I had one option, people. And that was Craigslist. All right, Craigslist casual encounters, and I was one of those people surfing casual encounters at midnight, 1 a.m, desperate to try and find something, and I did. All right, I remember I lost my, you know, kind of new virginity after 6 years. The first person I met up with, a girl living in Vancouver, and I ate her asshole for like 30 minutes, and I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy it at all. All right, I want to be very honest. It was not good, but I was desperate for physical attraction, so I'm like, fuck it. Tasted like old ass coffee. Like, not even good. He's like, if you went to Starbucks and got some like salted caramel white mocha and set it on the counter for a week and then drank it, I'm not even against eating your asshole. It's just goddamn. You know, I mean, it's fine. You know, that was 9 years ago. I got no problem admitting it now. All right? That's fine. All of my horrible sex life, this better be relatable. I don't know what they're typing, but they better be enjoying me bearing my soul.
Don't worry about it. Don't just go.
All right, fuck it.
Throw it out.
I'll throw it out there. I'm a big fan of eating pussy. That's my new hobby. I love eating pussy. I'm not even lying. I'm good at it. I am good at it. I can't. I'm serious. I'm good at eating pussy.
Okay, all right.
And I have found if you're good at eating pussy, not only can you make a woman come, but you can also jumpstart their period by a week or more. Which is now, I don't know if that's happened to you, but it happened to me recently. The girl I was at the time dating. And I didn't know it was happening at first because, to be honest, you know, it was dark, the lights were off, and I keep my eyes closed because vaginas are scary to me up close. So, you know, I had no idea. In my head, I was just thinking, oh, she's so wet right now. I'm fucking killing this shit. And I was, for the record. I didn't figure it out till the next morning what had happened. When I woke up, I went in the bathroom to brush my teeth. I looked in that mirror, and boy, was my face red. Womp womp. Looked like Mankind after a barbed wire cage match. That's a great reference for the WWF, WCW fans, all right?
Yeah,
All right.
I like it.
Or Diane Downs. It's local. That's a local Oregon reference. Most of y'all probably don't know Diane Downs. That's why Susan Eubanks or Veronica Bassett. I'm sure those names ring out, right? Probably not. I bet not one person knows any of those names on the internet right now. But for the record...
They're Googling it now.
Good, please do. For the record, those are the names of female serial killers. All right, and I use them specifically to prove no matter where I am, especially in liberal, progressive Portland, sexism is running rampant. Because nobody has any love for the female serial killers. But if I mention men for comparison, Kaczynski, Bundy, Manson, Obama, household names, but no love for the women. All right, so fucking stop being sexist and start giving it up for the real women who are out killing their kids. All right? That's for the fucking real women out there murdering their children. Props. We don't need any more kids. All right, god damn, for real. Like the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Why is that even a thing? The Make-A-Wish Foundation. Like, I'm serious right now. This ain't even a joke. Let's take a break from the jokes. People are like, oh, well, it's a charity. They go to hospitals and give sick kids presents to put a smile on. Bullshit. All right, all they're doing is teaching kids. Not only is it okay to get sick, but if I get really sick, I'll get presents. Fucking whole generation of lazy assholes laying in their hospital bed. Oh, I'm 14 years old and I need a liver transplant. Can I have a drum set? It's like, fuck no. All right, you can have some flowers at your funeral, you fuck. All right, get off my planet. So, that's hilarious. Fucking Make-A-Wish kids. They're an easy target. They're an easy target. What are they going to do? Nothing. For the record, I had 3 liver transplants myself when I was 14. And you'll soon find out this whole Make-A-Wish joke was about me. But see, that's why I can say it, because it's all about me.
Okay.
But when I was 14, I was in the hospital for like 6 months straight. And I just had 3 liver transplants back to back to back. And I was like almost dead the whole time. It was great. And I shared the room. There was two beds in my hospital room, and there was a little drawstring curtain between our beds. And I shared the room with a very senile old man who had dementia. And he was like 90. And he just starts screaming at random hours, morning and night. It was awesome. And like one day, it was like 2 weeks into the hospital, I thought it'd be funny if I had all these tubes hooked up to me and shit. I thought it'd be funny to peel off the heart monitor sensor pad from my chest and pretend to be dead to scare the nurses and doctors. Like that was a legitimate idea I thought would be funny. And so I did it. And I peeled off the chest pad and all the flat line, the machine alarms go off. Beep, right? And I laid in the hospital bed with my best open-eyed death gaze, really selling it. Right, like hardcore selling that shit. And within 5 seconds, 2 nurses bolted into my room frantic to save my life. Like desperate to save my life. And I felt so bad about what I was doing, all right? Because I'm just a lying shithead. But I'd committed, so I followed through. All right? And when they finally scrambled up to my bed and took hold of me, I distinctly remember snapping to and just going, gotcha! And firing off the handguns, really setting the bar for how shitty a kid could be at 14. I challenge any 14-year-old to be as shitty as me. They did not think that was funny at all. But here's the funny part of this story. Not even a week later, just coincidentally, 4 or 5 days later, that other dude in my room, that old man, his heart monitor machine alarm started going off and flatlining. But he wasn't faking it. He was literally dying 4 feet away from me. And it took the nurses 20 minutes to come in the room and check on us. All right? Do you understand? I know it's not funny, but it's just that's one of the skeletons in my closet. All right? Every morning when I wake up, look myself in the mirror and wipe the period blood off my face, I got to think, how much of that's my fault? Like the boy who cried wolf. Just don't take shit seriously, people. All right? I mean, it's my fault he's dead. No, he was going to die soon anyway. But I'm just saying, there's no silver lining to that. Except that I did get the room to myself for the next couple of months. And I got a drum set from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Hey. Which I later sold for crack cocaine. True story.
Okay, all right.
Made a wish for an 8-ball.
I'll try not to laugh at that.
No, it's fine, dude. Crack is awesome. If you take anything away from my set, it's try crack, kids. Once. Just once. Give a good old crack rock. Mm-mm. You too could be like me. Driving a 25-year-old Honda Civic. Barely able to maintain. Crack. Does a body good, clearly. Dude's making me laugh. I'll tell some not so dark humor if you'd like some more happy humor, some more uplifting. I got all types of stuff. I don't know why I came in all dark right at the start. Kids getting molested, people are dying, I'm eating pussy. Look.
Crack's all right.
Crack's not bad, right? As long as you can control it, I'm telling you. I'm a big fan of drugs, obviously. Not like crack and heroin anymore. I'm just saying weed and mushrooms. That's basically it. Love mushrooms. I had a birthday a few months ago. So to celebrate, I bought myself an 1/8 of mushrooms, a big old bag of mushrooms. And because it was my birthday, I wanted to eat the whole bag. All right? I didn't want to just have a little bit. I don't want to see colors. I want to talk to God. All right? It's my birthday. So I ate the entire 1/8 of mushrooms, which I have not done before, ever. And 20 minutes later, I'm getting all tingly feeling. So I was like, ooh, I need to walk around the block just to get my blood flowing, get my mind right for this trip. And I walked out the door, and this is December. And I walked out the door, and like 2 hours later, I come to downtown Portland in the middle of the city in front of the Greyhound bus station, tripping balls, wearing flip-flops, pajama bottoms, and a T-shirt in December rain. All right? Panicked. I didn't know what was going on. God had abandoned me in front of that bus station, as he does everyone else. It's a fucking bus station, obviously. You don't go to a bus station like, yeah, God's really looking out for me right now. No, you're at a bus station. But, so what do you do? What do you do in that scenario? I'm tripping balls, scared as shit. I flagged down a police officer. I waved the police officer down as he drove by. And he pulled into the parking lot and turned on his lights, which, by the way, fucking awesome. All right, on shrooms. And he got out of his car, and he was like really professional. It's like 2:30 in the morning. He's like, sir, what's the problem? And I'm screaming like some lunatic who just ate the mushrooms 2 hours ago. Just yelling nonsense. Oh, excuse me, officer, I ate a bunch of mushrooms. I'm sorry, I don't have health insurance. It's my birthday. I just want to go home. Just a maniac. Like he's a foot away from my face. I can see pieces of my spit ricocheting off him. Like, really horrendous. And then he asked me where I live. And I told him, and then he just gave me a ride home. And that's it. That's the end of that fucking story.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
It's like, oh,
Like, I mean, I sat in the front seat. He didn't ask for ID. All right, he just dropped me off. And when he pulled away, he rolled his window down. He waved, and he said, good luck, and drove away. That's a police officer in Portland, Oregon. All right, they are fucking awesome, and that might be white privilege. I'm sorry if it is. I really apologize, but just saying, y'all should try it out.
I apologize to all of the racists.
Yeah, exactly. That might be something only I can do, and I'm not saying it's good, but man, I suggest it's like free Uber. If you ever get shit faced downtown one night, just flag down a cop and see if he'll give you a ride home. That seems like a good idea to me, right? I haven't had a job in a while. Surprise. Like 3 years. I'll tell y'all, here's some shit you can use in your life, all right? The last place I worked was Home Depot, customer service desk. And so I was the guy answering the phones and doing returns. And I got fired for cussing out a customer. Because one day this dude came in and there's like a line of 10 people. And I'm the only one doing returns. So it takes like 10, 15 minutes, which is way too much in America. Yeah, this old white dude, finally, last one in the line, he has all huffy puffy. He has one light bulb to return, a 79-cent light bulb. All right? So he's mad. He had to wait 15 minutes for a 79-cent return. And he's like, I've been waiting fucking 10 fucking minutes. Are you the only fucking person in this fucking store cussing me out? Like, literally, that's what he was saying to me, a human being.
No.
And I didn't even lose my temper. I just said, you know what? I'm fucking sorry for the fucking wait, sir. And I did his return. All right, when I said that, this old dude suddenly realized he was talking to a real person and not some automated robot. Right. Oh, sorry for the inconvenience. Let me suck your cock to increase corporate revenue. No, I'm a person. And he apologized to me. All right, he left there with a smile on his face. That is a fucking Home Depot shopper for life because of me. Management got word of that. And then like a month later, they fired me for it. All right, and you know what sucks is the dude who caught me and ratted me out is some dude who's covered with tattoos, not swastikas, don't worry. But he's got like his arms are sleeved out with dragons and flames and Skyrim bullshit. So you're like, yeah, he's probably pretty cool. Fucking no. All right, not everyone with tattoos is cool, people. Poof, game changer. Did you know that? There are people out there that are lame as shit that only get tattoos to make everyone else think they're cool. I had no idea until that day. I thought everyone with tattoos was just cool, and I wasn't. But apparently not all of them. Some of them are huge fucking douchebags. Like huge, astronomical douchebags. So, here's the moral of this whole goddamn story. If you ever find yourself strapped for cash, it's a tough economy, just go to Home Depot or Lowe's or Target or any big-ass store. Grab something off the shelf and just take it to the returns counter and say, I want to return this. You don't need the credit card or proof of purchase or receipt or ID. If it's under $100, they will cut you a merchandise credit right there, which you can then sell on Craigslist for 50% of its value. Boom! There you go, poor people on the internet.
Poor people on the internet win.
There you go. Steal shit off shelves, return it, get money. Cash moves everything around me. I hate corporations. Fuck them. All right? They don't pay taxes in America, a lot of them. I mean, they're fucking shitheads. I don't feel bad for stealing from them. All right? Like, for real, fuck them. I do appreciate good customer service. I do think because of my time in customer service, I think there should be a draft where every man and woman 18 to 40 years old has to serve at a customer service desk somewhere in the world just to be grounded, to hopefully not turn into an entitled piece of shit later on. Because, goddamn. Like, I mean, people who work, and I'm talking call centers, just even like baristas and bartenders, anyone who interacts with the general population, they are heroes.
Yeah, totally.
They put their ass on the front lines of entitlement 40 hours a week, and that shit, I salute you. All right, with the same respect as I'd give a 40-year Marine vet. All right, I'm serious. You give me the option, 4 years in Afghanistan facing ISIS, or 4 years at the customer service desk at a fucking Home Depot ever again, I'm going to Afghanistan. There's not a moment of hesitation with me with that. I will gladly go to Afghanistan. All right, I've already done my time for this country, and the PTSD I've gotten throughout the years makes the Marine Corps look like a carnival ship. All right, I'm serious. I am a very jaded individual. I hate everybody. All right, everyone, the entire spectrum of humanity, not just Muslims. All right, I wish I had the liberty of picking and choosing who I hated based on the color of their skin or religion, like the rest of America. But unfortunately, I have to look at, judge, and hate everyone as equals. All right, that is what 4 years of customer service will do to you. I'm serious. That's real shit, people. So fucking just tip your bartenders and be nice to people when they're on the other end of whatever. Although I say this, I'm still, oh God. Actually, just recalled a really bad story I just had on the phone. Oh, this ain't even a joke. I'll just tell it because, you know. I flew out to Virginia for Christmas. My flight was, it was scheduled for Tuesday, December 22nd. All right, that was my email itinerary. So on Monday, December 21st, I was like, let me check it just to make sure there's no snafu. And yeah, it said, yeah, your flight leaves Tuesday, December 22nd. And then I got the flight number 864, and I Googled that. And Google said flight 864 left Monday, December 21st.
Uh-oh.
And I panicked.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit. So I immediately called the fucking airline. It's cheapoair.com. That's literally what I booked it through. And after like a 20-minute hold, some dude from India or whatever picked up. It was like one of those outsourced call centers. And we had a breakdown in communication. Like, he couldn't quite understand what I was trying to say. I was trying to tell him, I booked a flight. Your itinerary said it leaves Tuesday, December 22nd, but Google's telling me Monday. You get this. This guy did not get this. All right? Which is fine. I don't hate foreigners. The fact that this guy's trying, he's a better man than me because I can't speak a word of any other language. All right? So I have nothing against that. Like, I mean, I like this guy. But when I have a problem, I want I don't want there to be a communication barrier. All right, I want someone who can speak the same level of English as me, which isn't good. I'm American. All right, let's be real. We have a nationally celebrated sports team called the Redskins. I mean, fuck us. Like, for real. So this guy didn't get it. And I got frustrated like 10 minutes trying to explain to him, the itinerary says Tuesday. Google says Monday. I'm sorry, sir. That's racist if I do the accent. But, you know, I'm sorry, I don't understand. So I got fed up. I was like, God damn it. Does anyone there speak English? And he's like, I'm really sorry, sir. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just call you back later. And I hung up the phone. All right, hung up. You don't do that anymore, right. Unfortunately. No, but and here's what's even worse. Before I hung up, I said, you know, I'll call you back later. I got to call my lawyer. And then hung up the phone. Like that was going to make a fucking difference. Yes. All right, I've worked customer service. When people say that, I'm just jerking off. Like, yeah, you call, we get sad. Like, I'll masturbate with those tears. But anyway, so 30 seconds more of research on Google. 30 fucking seconds. If I had waited 30 seconds, I would not have called this guy because I realized, yes, flight 864 leaves Monday, December 21st. But it also leaves Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And there is multiple flight 864s. Like, that is a regularly scheduled flight out of Portland. And it's number 864. And I, for some reason, did not figure that. I thought, like, I was flight 864. Like, I am the 864th flight. All right, that's how it works. So no wonder he didn't get it, because I'm just some raving lunatic, and he's on his computer like, this. What is this dude fucking talking about right now? I made a mistake.
Whoa!
I made a mistake, all right? We all make mistakes, but what makes me different is when I make one, I admit it, and I apologize. All right, so I called it back. I called the number back, and it was like a 20-minute hold again. And the same dude answered the phone. And I was like, look, man, I just talked to you like 30 minutes ago, and I got really mad and upset. And I figured out it wasn't even your fault. It was totally my fault. I made a mistake, and I want to apologize, and I sincerely hope you have a great day. And he just goes, I'm sorry, what is your problem? He didn't understand the apology. There was a breakdown in communication again.
God damn it.
And I just went, fuck! And I hung up the phone again. I couldn't even apologize to the motherfucker because we didn't speak the same language. But I do hope he has a good life. I do feel bad about that. That's just something that happened a couple weeks ago. That's just,
oh, fuck it.
that's real shit, man. Let's see, what do I want to talk about? All right. I don't know how dark I want to fuck it. We'll mix it up. When I was 16 and I had my last girlfriend for a while, my girlfriend, we'll say she was 16. All right, she could have been 15, maybe 14, perhaps even 13 people. But this is Virginia. All right, this is fine.
She's 11 years old.
Right. No, she was not. She was a teenager, I promise. I promise. But, so we had sex twice, right? And then she dumped me. And the second time we had sex was butt sex. Like, that was something she was into from the beginning. Like, I'd never done it before.
Oh.
Like, that's her 14 years old, liking butt sex. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm sex positive.
Sure.
Anyway, the thing, anal sex, you got to have lubricant. All right? It's not a vagina. You got to have something there to help. And all I had at my disposal was my mother's Avon hand cream, which is like pink, Avon. It's like you know what Avon hand cream is.
Yeah.
So I used it because that's all I had. And it worked. It worked great. It worked too good, in fact. Perhaps. I don't know. It was great. But when I pulled out, like, what came out of this girl's butt was like jet black, like ink. It looked like her asshole blew its nose after working a 12-hour shift in a coal mine onto her mom's bedspread. All right? And it still smelled like hand cream.
Oh, no.
I just wanted to get that out there.
Okay.
All right.
We'll have some editors highlight that out.
That's fair enough.
Not
fair
highlight that out, but, edit
You
that
said
out.
no limit.
There is no limit. You're all right.
All right,
You're all right.
all right.
I'm just going to have my editors.
Is that too much,
get that
people?
out.
Let me see what the comments
they're
are.
all right.
They're loving it. Why am I not getting tips?
They're all right. They're all
All
right.
right, goddamn.
The tips will come later.
That's fine. I'm just fucking with you. I don't care. I'm fine.
Holy crap.
Let's see. Yeah, this is relatable, man. Let me tell you.
It's relatable.
I mean, to me, it's relatable to me. All right, that's all that matters. Is that I relate to this.
Working out just fine.
That's what I do as a comedian. It's weird that I've become so, not successful, but I'm doing pretty good in Portland. All I do is get on stage and just talk about all the horrific things that have happened in my life that I look back and laugh at now. That's the moral of my entire set. No matter how fucking shitty my life has been, it does get better. All right, I used to be way fatter than I am now. Like, I used to be a fatter person. And I used to never leave my room. I used to be like a super hardcore gamer, and I weighed like 200-something pounds. And I would drink a 6-pack of Fruitopia every day. Remember Fruitopia, that drink?
No.
Oh, man, it's just sugar fruit water. It's like Hawaiian Punch. And I was so gross. I would never leave my room for anything, not even to piss. I used to just piss in those empty bottles. And I would leave them in I would have like 14, 15 bottles of piss in my room at a time. And I'd put the cap back on, so it wasn't that gross. But this is real. Right? Like, that's who I was as a person. Remember one time a friend came over, I had a few of those bottles sitting on my desk, and he's like, oh man, I'm really thirsty. Could I grab one of those? All right, and I had to make a split decision. I could either admit the truth, like, hey, this is actually piss and I'm gross. And he'll laugh and make fun of me, which is whatever. Or I can just give him the bottle and let him figure out on its own that it's full of piss, but he can still make fun of me, but he'll have to tell all my friends that he drank my piss. So there's only one option. Right? So I handed him the freshest bottle I had, which was still very warm. I mean, this was a fresh squeezed piss. And he put the cap off, and he just, without hesitation, took one of those, like, halftime Gatorade commercial, like, double gulps, like, just of my warm piss. And his reaction was so great. All right, I will never forget to this day. He just goes, I actually got a bottle. I can paint somebody right here. Bottle full of piss. He's just like, oh, man, you got to keep these in the fridge. And then he finished the bottle. Dude drank like 16 ounces of my warm piss. All right, I don't know if that's bad or good. I mean, some people are into that shit. I ain't knocking it if you like piss. But I mean, goddamn, some people like feet. Whatever. I mean, that's fun. I don't know if he knows that. If this gets put online, maybe he'll see that and be like, that son of a bitch.
Like, what?
And drink his piss. That's fucking good guy, too. I did feel bad because he was like one of my cool friends who I actually liked. One of the few friends I had, and we're still friends. Got a lot of friends. Growing up here, we all had a friend we didn't like growing up. Like that guy in our group that was just like, fuck this guy. We all talk shit about him behind his back. When I was growing up, there was a guy named Jeff. Everybody hated Jeff. Like from 4th grade through high school, he was just such a shithead. Like 5th grade, Jeff came into school one day with like frosted, spike-tipped hair, like Guy Fieri, puka shell necklace, just a fucking asshole. Like I'm real. Like when he was 14, Jeff got his first tattoo, all right, of a skateboard company, Alien Workshop, on his lower leg. All right, strike 1. All right, with his parents' permission, strike 2, which he then outlined with barbed wire, strike 3. All right. And the whole thing was done freehand by his goddamn uncle, strike 4, 5, wherever we had. This guy's a shithead. So one day, this is way old school internet story. This is like AOL 1.0, y'all can relate to. Like before the internet became what it is, now we have streaming TV and Facebook and stuff. Before even websites, it was just chat rooms. Like there was like a period, dial-up internet, and you just log onto a chat room and talk. And there was no verification. You could just be whatever you wanted to be. It was fucking pedophile's paradise. Yeah. So one day, me and my friends would meet up on Saturday nights because that's how cool we were. We'd be at my house and around the neighborhood, and we'd talk on the internet on the East Coast Teens board, all right, with a Z, all right, East Coast Teens. That was our group. We were cool. And one day, a couple of friends are at my house, and we're talking to other friends throughout the neighborhood, and we see Jeff log on, all right, and Jeff's screen name was Extreme Guy Z, all right, which... There's not even a Z in his name. He just thought that was cool. Extreme Guy Z. Like, what a shithead. So we thought, hey, let's log out. Let's log in as a different name. Let's pretend to be a girl and get Jeff to have cyber sex with us.
Oh my.
All right,
God.
we're like 15 years old.
Brilliant,
exactly.
Fucking brilliant.
So we logged in as Tiffany84. Who, hi, my name's Tiffany. I'm 14 and just moved to, Urbana, Virginia, which is coincidentally the neighboring town. Of course, it has to be somewhat local.
Right.
Just trying to make friends. And immediately, Jeff took the bait, as did like 300 other people who were all gross, I'm sure. Got rid of them. Jeff's the mark. So we start talking to Jeff, like, oh, tell us about yourself. Right off the bat, he's just so full of shit. Oh, I'm like the best skateboarder in town, and I'm the captain of the soccer team, and we don't even have a fucking soccer team. He's just such a lying asshole.
Soccer team!
He is so shit. He is such a shithead. Man, it is astronomical. So then we exchanged pictures.
Oh, no.
And the only picture we ever had and that we ever gave him was of it was just some girl that we took out of a JCPenney Christmas catalog, just standing outside wearing a sweater. Like nothing sexual, just a girl outside.
This is me.
Yeah, like that's me. And then the first picture Jeff sent of us was of him shirtless in the bathroom mirror, flexing his arm with nothing but a puka shell necklace on. And I know, like, the shirtless bathroom selfie, that's like a tired, that's on Tinder, everybody on the internet. We know that. But this was 15 years ago. All right, this is before digital photography. He took that with a real camera and then got it developed and scanned it into his computer. Oh. Like, that's how much of a shithead Jeff was. Like, that's astronomical. And me and my friends loved it. We were like, oh, that's our in. That's our in. So we're like, ooh, your body looks great. Sure would like to see the rest of it, or something cheesy. And Jeff took the bait because the next picture he sent us was of his dick. Like of him looking down, like the photo we all have on our phones now. And it was great because it was his dick. It was erect, by the way. His erect 14-year-old penis. But in his hand. There you go. The guy's like the 14-year-old dicks. I'll give you. And Jeff's hand, for size comparison, next to his erect penis, was a Diamond Dallas Page action figure. Like, that's what he was holding. All right, and me and my friends lost it. All right, we printed that picture out and brought it to school the next day and confronted Jeff. Like, the gig is up, you fucking weirdo. And he went home crying. He did not come back to school for 4 days. That story doesn't have a happy ending either, but man.
That's the ending.
Fuck. We called him Diamond Dallas Jeff for still today when I see him. God damn. These are good stories. All right, these are the type of things you look back when I'm 33 years old. You get to be my age, you look at all the horrific dumb shit you did as a kid, and you laugh. You can't not laugh. All right, if something's funny, it's fucking funny. There's no timeline, and I'm not saying, haha, the Twin Towers are coming down as it's happening, but I mean, you just can't let people win. Everything has got to be funny. All right, goddamn. It always is. Drug addiction, all my terrible sex stuff, eating that girl's asshole. Yeah, at the time it was gross, but now it's great. All right, I laugh at that shit. All right. try to meet. Well, I've had sex with like 50 women in the last 2 years. Like, that's not even a lie. It has been a huge spike. I don't know why. All right, I'm not good in bed. I'm not even going to tell you all I am because I'm not. I've disappointed the hell out of each one of those women, but nonetheless, I have laid with them, so that felt good. I only made up for the 30 years leading up to that, where I got laid like 4 times, and big 8-year gaps in between. Like that shit'll crush. That'll crush you. That'll crush you, your psyche. I don't know if anybody relates to that. I got shorter hair now.
You do.
People at home, I mean, y'all, you've never seen me before. I used to have longer hair, shoulder length hair. Like in high school, especially in middle school, I grew my hair out and I dyed it jet black. Like for real. Like I had jet black, like my shirt, hair. All right. And I did not look that cool. And I also used to be into Insane Clown Posse. All right. Like all 4 of my high school yearbook photos, I'm wearing an Insane Clown Posse shirt. Like that's real. You understand? I had Jinko jeans, Hot Topic fucking wardrobe. That was me for a while. I was one of the, I was killing it in the ladies, obviously. Had a rock collection. But, yeah, I used to have long hair. And I used to thought, I look cool. But now as I've gotten older, I can't help but, I don't have that Victorian era vampire hunter look that I so distinctly remember. I look like some B-grade Spider-Man villain with AIDS. It's like, it wasn't a good look for me at all. So I cut it off. But then I grew it. I used to also just have, shoulder length red hair for a while, which wasn't that bad. Although, gingers, that's only so much you can do. But,
That's not good.
yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I know. But when I got it cut off, the barber, the woman, loved it. She said I should donate to the Locks for Love Foundation, which, that's a charity. They make wigs for kids with cancer, which is great. I fucking support that, obviously. But as she's saying that, it begs the question, what type of sick kid's asking for a ginger wig? Like, is that even an option? Do they go down the list, black, brown, blonde, or freak? Like, what would you like to be, kid? I can't imagine. Like, that kid must have brain cancer, or if he wants fucking a ginger wig. Like, are you goddamn kidding me? How is that an option? Why add insult to injury? And I did say ginger. I hope nobody out there on the internet is offended.
No, they will be, but...
That's the hot new racial slur for redheads.
Can't worry
I
about
like it. I don't. Some people get mad. I like I'm used to all the classic nicknames. I've heard them all. Ginger, Carrot Top, Faggot. All the hits. Right? Yeah, go ahead and laugh. Right? My parents had some good ones. They were funny people. Childhood was rough as a redhead. I used to have freckles too. I had a face full of fucking freckles. My mom called them angel kisses. Angel kisses. That's a real phrase my mom used. Which at the time was actually a big relief because I was like 7, 8 years old. And up till then, my uncle had kind of been creeping me out. Turns out he was an angel, so I guess all that was okay. That took a wrong turn, huh? All right. Took a dark turn. Don't worry, it's a joke. Maybe. You don't know. I'm a comedian now. Maybe something bad did happen in my life that turned me onto this.
Maybe it's not a joke.
I remember the word ginger. Here's why I like it. When I had a girl like 4 years ago, and she was like a cashier at a grocery store scanning my shit. She looked me in the face. I swear to God, this girl said, "You look pretty good for a ginger." Like, that's what a human being said to my face. You look good despite your obvious physical handicap, you look all right.
Wow.
Like, that is not the right context.
Wow.
What am I going to do to that? How do I reply? Thanks. I mean, on one hand, I do get it. I see other redheads and I cringe like the rest of y'all. Don't worry. There's no brotherhood with me. But, like, how do I respond? Can I just give it right back to her like she said to me? Oh, thanks. You look great for a black woman. Is that okay? Or is that suddenly not cool?
This is suddenly racist.
Right? Like, what's her reaction to that going to be? Well, she laughed because I said it. And then I asked her out and we dated for like 2 years. So that's a happy ending, right? I fucking ended up dating that chick. Turns out that she's right. I do look pretty good for a ginger in her eyes. Fun. Interracial dating's fun. I mean, I don't know if anybody will ever... Like, we had cute little racial nicknames in the bedroom. She'd be like, "You're my little fire crotch. You're my little ginger snap." And I'd be like, "Oh, thanks, ma'am," because I can't get away saying anything remotely racist, obviously.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, I appreciate it. As soon as I try, suddenly I am fucking an asshole. Right? The bedroom, like the 69 position. We didn't call it doing the 69. We called it doing the yin yang. Visual. That's more of a visual you can think about later tonight when you're jerking off to this comedy.
Oh, the yin yang.
Goddamn, weed's legal now. That's topical.
Yeah.
Oregon.
For here.
Yeah.
For us. For you and I.
Yeah, for you and I. And I imbibe regularly. I smoke a lot of weed. I like that weed's legal, but I do feel bad for all my friends out there who have weed leaf tattoos, like the marijuana leaf. I see a lot of people with marijuana leaf tattoos. Because now that shit's legal, that tattoo's no longer cool. It's like having a Coors Light tattoo going up your fucking arm. You know, it's like, oh, look at this sleeve of DMV paperwork. It's like, no, it's no longer rebellious. It's fucking conformity at its finest right now. But I still like it. I still like weed a lot. Weed's fucking, man, the weed in Portland is fucking amazing. All right, let me tell y'all. I grew up
Oregon weed is always been good.
It's sparkly and like fucking, God, it crumbles like cookies. I grew up in Virginia. All right, the weed I used to smoke, we smoked blunts. All right, people in Oregon don't smoke blunts. We got technology and vaporizers, so why would you?
Well, they're not doing that.
All right, in Virginia, we smoked dirty-ass blunts. And our weed was so full of seeds, you would swear it was laced with Rice Krispies the way it snapped, crackles, and pops every time you take a drag. It was garbage, dirt weed. All right? Shit. And then when I first moved to Portland, I bought my first bag of weed. All right? And it was like neon. It was like bright fucking green. But I'm like, yeah, I've been smoking weed 10 years. I can deal. And I bought it. And I bought a blunt. And I rolled a blunt with this weed. Right?
No, I did.
And I was like, you know what? I lived kind of close to downtown at the time of Portland. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to walk over to Powell's bookstore. It's a giant bookstore downtown. I'm going to walk across the Burnside Bridge. I'm going to take in the city and I'm going to smoke this blunt while I walk across the bridge. It'll be like a cool, you know, I don't know, Full House theme going on in my head. It'll be neat. It'll be romantic, something. So I rolled that blunt up and I got to the bridge and I lit that blunt. And I don't want to do a, you know, I got so high, this or that story. But I swear to God, I got so high, I walked off the same side of the bridge I walked onto. Like, that's real. A one-way fucking street. And I got turned around somehow. All right, put that shit. When I finally got to the bookstore, I turned around, got to the bookstore, forgot why I was there. So I just went to the children's section and started reading Goosebumps by R.L. Stein. Like, that's real. Like, I was sitting in a little red plastic chair reading The Haunted Mask, to be specific. All right. I got like halfway done with that shit. I ain't even lying. I was like on page 60. All right. Some dude working there tapped me on the shoulder. Was like, "Sir, you need to take that out of here." You know, I'm stoned as shit. And I'm like, "What do you mean, man? It's a book." Like some pothead stereotype. It's a book. He's like, "No, man, this." And he pointed toward his ear. And I realized I just left that blunt roach chilling behind my ear the whole time. It's like all these like 4-year-olds around me. And I'm just some greasy, homeless looking shithead with a roach behind my ear.
You're a electrified.
I didn't even get a chance. I must have looked fucking horrific because I didn't even get a chance to reply. The dude's just like, "You know what? You can keep the book, but you need to leave right now." That's right. Get out of here right now. And he escorted me out with the book. I kept the book. All right? I kept that fucking book. Let me tell you, that's the first time I can remember ever in my life that I got so high it gave me goosebumps. God damn, I know everybody on the internet's laughing, ruffling at that. I know rafflecopters are taking off all across the country right now with that material. We got an election. We'll do some political material. I don't do political. I'm going to do a little political. All right.
Let's hear it.
Let's do some political. I got a question for everybody out on the internet right now. Very simple question. What is the worst thing you have ever done? All right, think about that. Everybody should have an answer.
The worst thing you've ever done.
Worst thing, morally, or whatever, in your opinion, just that you have done.
In your life.
Yeah. And for me, the whole smoking crack was a really bad point in my life. I was stealing from friends and just a real shithead. And I talk about it openly because I look back and I realize it was a mistake and I learned from it. So I have no problem talking about it now. Now, the reason I bring that question up is because it is a question that I have yet to see any presidential candidate get asked. Because every couple of months we see 10 people on stage wearing their shiniest shoes being asked a bunch of hypothetical bullshit. No one's qualified to answer. Senator blah, blah, blah. What's your stance on the Syrian refugee crisis? War against ISIS or climate change leaving us iceless? Whatever the fucking buzzwords are. I just want them to go Democrat and Republican just down the list. Hey, what's the worst thing you've ever done? And just weed out all the garbage people who are not supposed to be president. Just immediately. All right? Because anyone who doesn't answer that is a fucking liar. All right? That person's like, ooh, I got a speeding ticket in college. Fuck them. All right? We all know they're lying because every man and woman has smoked something, stolen, lied, cheated, robbed, kidnapped, fucking something. All right, we all have that. And that man or woman who stands on that stage and is brave enough, you know, yeah, I smoked this, stole that, lied, cheated, robbed, sucked some stranger's dick in a dimly lit brown tile restroom at a truck stop in between Eugene and exit 104. Yeah, all right, that's the person who's getting my vote because I don't care what party they're on. They learned from their mistakes and they're a better person because of it. All right, not that sucking some stranger's dick in a dimly lit brown tile restroom at a truck stop between exit 104 and Eugene is a mistake, but they might look back later in life and regret it, hypothetically. It's a specific hypothetical, but it's a hypothetical nonetheless. I don't like Trump. You know, I don't like... what's his catchphrase? What is his catchphrase? Was it Make America Great Again? I hate catchphrase presidency. I hate that. I hate this TMZ. And Bernie Sanders is no better. Feel the burn. It's like, are we electing syphilis? Like, no. We're electing a fucking president. All right, get off this stupid bullshit catchphrase. All right, the only good catchphrase that any president has ever had was actually recent. That was Obama with the Yes We Can. I was a big fan of Yes We Can. All right, we all remember, you know, close Guantanamo Bay. Yes, we can. Stimulate the economy. Yes, we can. It was good. All right, it's a good flick. A lot of people don't like it. They're like, well, Guantanamo Bay is still open. The economy sucks. And to that I say, yes, it does. But Obama said can, not will. There's a big difference between yes, we can and yes, we will. All right, that was very specific phrasing on his behalf. All right, there's no promise. That's like me telling you, yes, I can not sell kids drugs. I won't. Or yes, I can not piss all over the toilet seat at a public restroom, but I swear I will not do that. All right, when I go to a public place, I go arms in the air, waving like I do not care, ladies and gentlemen. All right, notice I'm going side to side, not front to back, because if you have a big dick like me, that shit will fucking R. Kelly you. But I piss all over. I destroy bathroom stalls when I go into them, and I'm not doing it to be an asshole. All right, I'm not doing it out of malice. I'm doing it because I know later on somebody's got to clean that mess up. And by doing that, I'm creating jobs. All right? Stimulate the economy. Yes, we can. Stop relying on the government to do your job for you. It's a good message. It's a good message, right? I don't know. I don't know if this crowd likes me or not. Let me read a comment. Let me see what they're saying.
I don't know.
I see a lot of LMAOs.
Probably a lot of hate.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad the guy who invited me is like, yeah, there's probably a lot of hate right now.
I can't imagine they like this.
All right, good. I got like another hour left, people. All right, easily. I get mistaken for three things. I get mistaken for either Mormon, vegan, or gay. Those are just the three things people assume about me, which is fine. I'm not religious. I'm not Mormon. I've never even read the Bible once. I had a chance to a year ago at a motel room. All right, I was living the dream at a Motel 6 one night after a show, and I was high as shit, and there was a Bible sitting right on the end table. And I thought, oh, I'm high as shit. I'm going to open this bad boy up, see if I can, it's funny. I'll learn something. And I opened that Bible up. Almost every page had a huge dick drawn right in the middle of it when I was done with it.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
I love... Oh, God.
It's a good joke that doesn't work. How's that?
It works great. Look, I see LOLs. Hell yeah. Wow, we got lucky here. Ha ha. Yes, that's right. You got lucky here. I got a book full of material. All right, I will. How shitty would it be to be a vampire that wasn't into techno music? Right, because everything I've seen in movies makes me think they go to cool techno clubs. Imagine being a vampire is like, nah, I just want to sit at home. That's not even a joke. That's just a thought I'd written down.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah, Bop Biddly Bop. It's a jazz comedy showcase.
I like that. That's a good joke.
Thank you. I will work on that. That's like the newest thing. He likes that one.
I like that one.
He hasn't
said
the
vampire like not into techno.
Like just a regular vampire.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, just can I listen to
I'm
jazz?
to be an extra in True Blood.
Right? My skin's not sparkly either. I guess I'm not cool.
I get that one.
All right, good. All right, that's one of them. That's one joke that my host likes out of the 40 I've told so far. That's good. That's good. That's fun. I made a... Let's go back to dating. Internet dating. That's relatable to y'all on the internet, I'm sure. Which is fine. I made a fake OkCupid profile for a joke like 2 years ago. This is all true. Everything I've said is actually true. But I made a fake OkCupid profile, and I used a picture of a hot chick and just wrote a bunch of bullshit. And I never sent a message to anybody. All I did was make it just to see how bad women have it on the internet. My God. Being a beautiful woman on the internet is so fucking horrific. I've had to clear my inbox 3 times. And the inbox holds 999 messages. All right, I've gotten over 3,000 messages. I have never sent one out. All right, and like over 30% of the messages are fine. Hey, my name's. You like this? I like this. We should get together. Just basic trying to date. That's fine, respectable. All right, the other 70%, on the other hand, are the most vulgar, disgusting. Just like, yo, girl, you down to fuck? Yeah, yo, girl, I'm gonna tear that pussy up. Like I've gotten 50, I'm gonna tear that pussy ups. All right, I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I feel like if I can't get away typing it to you, I'm not gonna make you. Or if I can't get away saying it to you, I'm not gonna make you read it out loud either. I can't get away saying shit to women. Dirty talk is not good with me. I have tried. All right, even in the heat of passion, I'll look down at some beautiful girl's naked body. Girl, I'm going to tear that pussy out. Ugh, get off me. And immediately that's the end of the fucking night. Like, ugh, look at me. I just can't. I'm not smooth. It's like, God damn it. It's real. That's real shit. So all I can do is just say, like, basic. I sound like a coach when I'm having sex. Like, all right, you're doing great. Way to go. Eye on the balls, champ. Like, that's all I can do. I can't do anything sexual. All right? That's not even my best. The best response I've gotten on OkCupid, I've gotten like 1,000. One word. One fucking word. Anal? ? Like, that's real. Men lead. That's their lead in.
That's terrible.
That is. Isn't that fucking gross? I can't imagine that working. I can't imagine a situation. Yeah,
Well,
anal?
I mean, no.
Imagine in real life trying that out.
No.
Like you're standing there on the street corner, you see some beautiful person, like your heart skips a beat. Oh my God, that is the person of my dreams. I need to say something. If I don't say something, they're going to walk out of my life and I will never forgive myself. All right, I got one chance to make an impression, Jacob. Work up the courage. All right, now or never. Do it. Excuse me, ma'am. Anal? No, I don't think that's going to work, asshole. All right, stop being creepy on the fucking internet. It is very easy to get laid on the internet if you're not creepy. All right, I have fucked probably 100 women from the internet, and that does include the girls who, asshole lady on Craigslist, which I ain't bragging.
You want a piece of
I don't.
fuck mountain?
Nice.
Get some fuck mountain.
Jay Quack. I don't like superheroes. I don't really have segues. I don't know if y'all have gotten this 40 minutes into my set yet, but not really. I don't like superhero movies. I try to get into superhero movies, but as I've gotten older, I just feel like they're all racist as shit. Because every superhero movie is just the same plot. Oh, the world's under attack. We're in trouble. Quick, assemble a team of beautiful straight white people to save us. Go white people, yeah! Like, it's bullshit. Just statistically, there should be a black or a Mexican or a woman superhero. But no, they're all beautiful straight white people. What are the goddamn odds? All right, I say we pass the torch. We don't need to be fucking superheroes in movies anymore. We already are in real life. All right, I got the power right now to take out a mortgage from any bank I choose. All right, I got the power to go into a New Seasons and not be followed around, even though I have stolen more shit than everybody I've ever known combined. Never been caught once. You know why? White power, privilege, same thing. All right, let's pass the goddamn torch for a change. I fucking hate Batman most of all. Fuck Batman, and I bet there's a lot of Batman fans on here. Fuck you too. All right, Batman is so goddamn whack. He doesn't even have any powers. He's rich. That is his power. Batman is the Donald Trump of the fucking superhero universe. Him and Iron Man are the Koch brothers. Like he's a rich asshole who lives in a mansion and has a fucking butler. What kind of, you wouldn't respect him as a real person, let alone a superhero. He doesn't even do a good job. The Joker breaks out every 4 years. Why don't you kill him, Batman? He has a I don't kill shtick. Ask the people of Gotham. I bet they'd vote for you to start killing motherfuckers. Weak-ass backstory having motherfucker. Oh, my parents were murdered when I was a child. Boo-hoo. I don't give a fuck, Bruce. It's no excuse. All right, how many people's parents were murdered on 9/11? Fucking lot. How many of those people went right back to their regular job, waiting tables, serving drinks, and getting stiffed by a bunch of entitled cunts who thought that their drink order took too long? Those are the real heroes. The men and women in customer service. As I said earlier, you want a real hero, go fucking look your waiter in the eye. That's fucking Bruce Wayne. Clark Kent, whatever. They cast Green Lantern as Ryan Reynolds. Ugh. God, I didn't even see the movie. I like Ryan Reynolds, by the way. All right, I think he's a hilarious, phenomenal actor. But Green Lantern, and I might be wrong, actually. I'm not that superhero, knowledgeable. But why I like Green Lantern is because it could be anyone. All right, it's just some random person who finds a ring and is bestowed this great gift, right? I think so. And if that being the case, who do they choose for just a random average guy? Fucking Ryan Reynolds. Like, let's be clear, he is not average. All right, I would fucking suck Ryan Reynolds' dick instantly if he gave me the chance. All right, he is so far. No, let's cast Ryan Reynolds as the average. No, they should have cast some overweight, middle-aged, black single mother of 3 as the Green Lantern. That would have been an amazing goddamn movie, because that's someone who's fighting with conviction, whose life has actually been a fucking struggle, not some pretty boy Ryan fucking Reynolds. All right, fuck that shit. As soon as they make superhero movies that are realistic with people of color and women, then I'll buy it. But right now, just too unrealistic. Is there any time limit? No.
Time limit, like.
Is the crowd getting dead? Are you dead? I got more.
Dead?
I got more.
You all right?
They're good. All right, cool.
You all right?
Here's some more. Here's some more for you.
Little bit some more.
I'll do a little more. I'll do a little more unless you tip me, and then I'll stop immediately. All right, they're not tipping me. All right, here's some more. So, I was walking out of Fred Meyer grocery. I was walking out of the grocery store, and they had some old lady sitting by the door. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's not fine.
They had some lady.
There we go. You're fine now.
All right. So I was walking out of the grocery store. Some old lady was sitting by the door just waving everybody out. Like that was her job. She's just one of those old people that you see. And I like that. Right? I respect that. And when I walked by, I was just very casual. I said, hey, have a nice day. Just like that to her. You know, made eye contact with her. And she appreciated it. She liked the compliment and she nodded and she was happy because no one talks to her. But I made the effort. Here's the thing. Some other dude in front of me pushing a cart out who I was not talking to heard me say have a nice day, and he thought I said it to him, which is not a big deal, right? I mean, it's not an insult. Have a nice day. This guy gave me the biggest bullshit reaction. He literally, this guy heard that. He turned around from his cart and he goes this. He just kept walking. He literally me over have a nice day. Like literally. Like, who the hell is this guy? Let's get two things straight. One, I wasn't talking to him. And two, I didn't even mean it. I was just being polite. You know, you say things. Have a nice day. This tastes great. I love you too. Will you marry me? Whatever. It's all about being nice.
Right.
Don't have to mean it. And even if I was talking to him, who the fuck is this guy to get mad at me over have a nice day? I swear to God, I was so entrenched with rage. All I could think in that moment was, God, I hope this guy has the nicest day of his life out of fucking spite. Like, I sincerely mean that. I hope as soon as he left that grocery store, his ex-wife called him, I want to share custody or whatever in his life. Dude's lucky I'm so nice. All right, because if I was like me, if I had a gun on me at that moment, ladies and gentlemen, I would have put it right up to his goddamn head. And I wouldn't have killed him or anything crazy. Don't worry. But I would have kidnapped his ass at gunpoint. We would have gone skydiving and played laser tag and eaten handfuls of green apple jelly bellies. It would have been the nicest day of his life as a fucking hostage. All right, that's the type of shit I fantasize about on a regular basis. We all got our gold-plated billionaire fucking dreams. If I was rich, I would just start kidnapping people, taking them on amazing adventures against their will, then dropping them off unharmed because fuck it. What are they going to do? They can sue me. That's fine. They're going to sue. That's the American dream, money. Oh, I'm emotionally hurt. I need X amount of credits, then I'll be fine. All right, fine. Give you $10 million. I made your life better. I've won again. You can't beat me. I would kidnap so many people. I wouldn't even just emotionally hurt people. I'd physically abuse them. This is going to get weird.
Here it comes.
But like if I was like Bill Gates rich, I think I'd have a new hobby of like once a week just kicking a kid in the face. Like a 6-year-old child, hard, injuring him. All right, which sounds horrible. I'm sure the reaction on the internet's like, what a monster. Hear me out. Hear me out. What's going to happen if I'm a billionaire and I kick a kid in the face? His parents are going to take me to court and sue me. And they're going to get like $20 million out of me. And that kid's life is going to be infinitely fucking better. All right, and once word got out that I was doing that, people would be lining up around the block begging me, please kick my baby. Begging for that goddamn paycheck. I would be a hero. All right? That kid might have to repeat the second grade, but he don't give a shit when he's learning how to add and subtract with the number of jet skis parked in the garage. All right, Bill Gates. That's why it pisses me off when I see these bullshit charities, these rich people. I teach people how to read or what. Fuck off, all right? You want to make the world a better place? Go into a Chuck E. Cheese with a baseball bat and a blindfold and just start fucking swinging. All right? You will make those kids' lives better infinitely, instantly. I don't know if anybody on the internet has kids. All right? Would you not let me punch your kid in the face for $20 million? I think about that. Anyone that says no is not financially responsible. You are not fit to be a parent. I will wind down here. I don't want to go on too long. I mean, I got like another hour. I'll tell like one or two more. Is there any topics y'all want? Let's see. Is anybody typing anything?
Well, they got about 8 seconds.
All right, I'll give you 8 seconds.
8-second delay.
8 seconds to give me a topic.
About that. Give him a topic.
Give me a topic.
Give him a topic. Give the man a topic. Give the man a topic. I didn't punch my dog.
I'd punch the shit out of your dog, and I wouldn't pay you.
So for topics, we got AIDS.
Of course, AIDS.
Measles.
Both, all right. Disease.
So we got disease is a topic. School. Anal. Race. Metallic hydrogen.
Wow, I was thinking about metallic hydrogen today.
Brazil. Fat chicks, Brazil. Horse dicks. Dan Paul. Benjamin's bald ass
Anal. Why
head.
is there so many anal requests? I told you my...
Anal.
All right, here's
Bar
some...
stories. Okay.
Anal. All right, I'll give the crowd what they want.
Okay.
All right. I've had anal sex with women, a few times. Here's the thing. I get mistaken for gay a lot. Like, a lot. I do a lot of karaoke, too, so it's probably my fault because I like to sing. And, this was, like, years ago. But
You guys remember that?
What?
That you like to sing?
Yes, I'll do karaoke later. Fuck it.
Hey!
But, I was doing karaoke a few years ago, right? And after, I was trying to get laid. So I was like, I'm going to sing a good hit song like Kiss from a Rose by Seal. All right? Remember Kiss from a Rose? Yeah, that's classic. That is guaranteed.
Classic.
I'm getting laid tonight.
Classic.
So I was like, yo, KJ, Kiss from a Rose, spin that shit. And he did, right? He put me up. But the person in front of me was singing AC/DC, like really loud. They were screaming it, as they should have. And it was too loud, so the KJ turned the volume on the mics all the way down, all right? But then when it was my turn to sing Kiss from a Rose, he went to the bathroom and forgot to turn the mic's volume up. So I had to scream it so people could hear Kiss from a Rose. And just for the record, the song Kiss from a Rose goes from romantic and whimsical to goddamn terrifying when you're standing in a room screaming it at the top of your lungs. It doesn't translate. Just, did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large? Like, they weren't feeling it at all, people. It was horrendous. This one hot-ass Puerto Rican dude was loving it, though. There was one fucking hot-ass, and I will say hot-ass, like 6'4", all-American Puerto Rican, like, and he had that, like, oh, God, this dude was so legit. He had, like, that grizzled 5 o'clock shadow going on. Like, not a beard, that's gross, but that rugged, like, I ride a horse to work. Like, that's the type of vibe this guy was giving. Trying to buy me drinks after the show. And it wasn't an immediate no. All right? Like, I had to weigh my options, all right? Because on one hand, I am not gay. But on the other hand, I'm not against it. All right? I love all my gay friends. I love gay culture. All right? Plus, I am an adult. All right? And like the rest of you adults, yeah, I've put some things in my ass before, obviously, right? Right, guys? 8-second delay. I expect a lot of, yeah, exactly. Right? We all have, look. Here's the thing. I've talked about crack and eating ass and all. Look, putting things in my ass is also true. Everybody in this internet chat room has that moment. That secret. Man or woman, whether it's been a finger or a shampoo bottle or whatever. We've all experimented. All right? If you're listening to this and you haven't put anything up your ass, you can get the fuck out. All right? You click that X right now. I don't want you to be my fan. Fucking gonna judge me and you don't even know what you're missing. If you're missing anything. You know, we all shampoo bottles, VO5 with that big Tresemme jug, no judgment. Right? But it's just like, man, I have turned down so much hot dude sex. Like, it is ridiculous. All right? I mean, I'm not even lying. I have turned down way more sex with guys than I've for women. Obviously, I've never really turned down a woman. As y'all have heard earlier with that fucking gross chick whose asshole I ate. God, that was bad. Like, that's just one of those things I will never not taste. Like, I can always just immediately taste it, like, if I want to. And I've eaten assholes before, and they've tasted like nothing, but hers was very different. I don't know how to describe it. I gotta, all right, one or two more. I know the crowd's loving me right now.
Sure.
I gotta, this is kind of a dirty joke. Can I do a dirty joke? Is that okay if I tell a dirty?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I have been, right?
You can do a dirty, yeah.
I got a box full of pictures of naked children in my closet right now.
Oh my God.
All right, of me. not random kids.
Oh,
a box full
okay.
of pictures of me from childhood.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid, my parents took a lot of pictures of me, like baby in a bathtub. But even when I was 7 or 8, I'd run around the house naked like a hippie. My parents thought it was funny, and they'd take a picture, and they saved them. All right, and then like 3 years ago for Christmas, they mailed them to me, which is a weird thing to get. So like right now, I got like 150 pictures of myself naked as a child sitting in my closet. And I'm wondering if there's some loophole in the system I can take advantage of and sell that shit to pedophiles.
There's gotta be.
The pictures are 18 years old. Like, they're historical documents, right? I don't give a shit if some dude rubs one out to an 8-year-old version of me. I'm fine with it. I feel like I'm sitting on a gold mine in my closet right now. Like, I'm for real. Keep a few of those in my pocket. See that? You can see a pedophile. You see them. They got that mustache or still wearing their priest collar. You'd be like, yo, dude, $20, 2 for $30. I hope the crowd likes that. All right, anyone who doesn't like that joke,
They're gonna be good with that.
if you don't like that joke, fair enough. But I do hope it's based on context and not jealousy. Because let's be clear, I was obviously a very fuckable 8-year-old. You might not be. This business might not apply to you. But I got like I just want to make money. Hey, if you tip me well, I'll send you a picture of me from childhood of me naked if that's what you want. I don't give a shit. I'll autograph it.
Just put my name on it.
All right, I feel like I should wrap it up. I'll tell one more.
All right.
One more, because this dude's been so nice standing behind the camera. I mean, yeah, he don't care, obviously, but still. And we got to play games. All right, we'll play games. If you like this comedy, go to jacobchristophercomedy.com. There's videos of me telling way worse material, like darker,
Boy.
I mean, this was my clean stuff. This is my cruise ship
You're
set.
clean shit.
So, what's a good closer? I'm trying to think. Well, after all of this, what is a good closer?
Closer.
I got so much still. It's crazy. I've been doing comedy for like 5 years now, and I've gotten, I'm not good, obviously. But, I mean, I've got like 2 hours of material, and I wish I could, the first time I touched myself in an impure way, the first time I haven't done any masturbation jokes.
Okay. Wow.
All right, I'll do a few. I'll rub a few out, and then I'll close.
Let's see how it goes.
All right, first time I touched myself. This is true. This is embarrassing. First time I touched myself was to a cartoon character. Does anyone want to guess who that was? I'll give you 8 seconds to guess what cartoon character I was jerking off to.
He's watching. He's really watching. He's looking like he wants to know. You'll see him pop up all of a sudden. Like they're gonna guess.
Of course.
Cartoon characters. You're gonna see him start.
Homer Simpson. That's hilarious. No. Nice. Oh man, y'all are flying. Y'all got some good suggestions.
Now it's gonna go.
I got some good suggestions. Now, for me, it was Lola Bunny, Bugs Bunny's girlfriend from Space Jam. All right, that was the first.
Oh my god, that's it. That's
good, right?
I don't even remember.
She's fucking hot as fuck.
Well, she's a rabbit. She's
Yeah.
down.
And she was so hot.
Down to fuck. Rabbits are down to fuck.
Yeah, obviously she's down to. I would hope so. In my fantasy, she was anyway. And I don't know what's worse, that the first 20 times I touched myself was to an animated cartoon woman, or that I was 16. Not a hit. One more jerk-off joke, and then I'll tell my closer, all right?
That was because it wasn't really a joke. It was just like, hey, what do you think?
Yeah, right. I guess that's all of my material, though. It's not really a joke. It's like, what do you think? I ate that girl's asshole. What do you think about that?
What about this?
Judgment? Is it good?
It's not really a joke here, but what do you think?
I was jerking off recently. Here's one new relatable. I was jerking off watching a movie on TV, as we all do. And it wasn't even a porn. It was just some movie on TBS or TNT, but it had a couple of hot scenes, and it doesn't take me much to do what I want to do. So anyway, one of those scenes came up, and I was like, all right, time to do the Lord's work. So I started rubbing one out, which is fine. I got no problem admitting to a bunch of strangers I jerked off while watching a movie on TV.
It's fine.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Like 2 minutes into that, it cut to commercial break. And I got 5 commercials all about slip and slides and Legos and Nicktoons and popsicles. They're full of kids. All right? And I'm sitting on the couch alone in the dark with a 50-inch plasma screen jerking off full of fucking 8 to 12-year-old children wearing bathing suits and eating popsicles. And I feel like a goddamn monster. Like, that's not what I'm into. All right? I assure everyone in here I did not plan on this happening. But furthermore, it's bullshit that I got to feel like some sort of freak when I'm just trying to relax and watch The Diary of Anne Frank. That's a good joke. That joke deserves a gold star.
It's all right.
Right. There you go. That'll get them. The gold star reference will get them every
Gold
time.
star, yeah.
So,
like
all right.
gold star.
This is my closer, everybody. I will leave after this joke. I feel like I'm holding the host hostage. I really do. He keeps sipping. He's probably going to be drunk as shit by the end of this because he's just been constantly pouring drinks.
That's kind of me.
All right. Well,
That's kind of my deal.
all right. That's
That
good.
is the show.
All right. Good. All right. Closer time. All right. I know y'all are desperate for me to keep going. I know y'all are desperate for me to keep going. How long have I been up? Is there a timer? Do you have any idea?
I really don't care. Like, I don't even look.
All right. I mean, because I will go for another Bible. I'll be back. You know he's going to bring me back after this set. I'll be back. Don't worry, people. All right. Closer time. Closer time.
Closing time.
All right. This is a classy one. This isn't even that bad. Like in Portland, I'm in Portland now. And it's a big, it's a city. And in Portland, we have a lot of homeless people, which is cool.
Quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, a lot of vagrants, which is cool. I always give them money when I can because I'm actually a nice person, contrary to the hour leading up to this. I'm a good person. But what I don't like... No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No. Don't give him any money, Jacob.
I do. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
Give him the money.
I give the real homeless people money, like the old people. All right?
Okay, the oldies.
The oldies. But
The oldies.
in Portland, we got all these Portland homeless, and by that I mean young, able-bodied, 20-year-old white
That's
people.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
the
That's
anarchist,
what I'm talking about.
dreadlocked,
That's
give
what
me,
I'm talking about.
fuck
Yeah,
them.
there's two different types of homeless.
Yes, exactly.
There's like, I fucking lived and died on the streets,
Mhm.
and they look like it.
Yeah.
And then there's fucking
Yeah,
hipsters
I need
that are
medication. I'm fucked up, and
You're
then
right.
just I'm lazy and I'm white.
Like, yeah.
I fuck those guys. I fuck them. I hate them. They can occupy my taint with their bullshit. All right?
That's okay. We're good then.
All right, good. So a few months ago, I was downtown. There's this spot in Portland called Ground Control, and it's a 2-story arcade full of pinball machines. And I was in the area, so I needed to take a shit. So I was like, they got the nicest bathrooms, so I'm going to fucking hit that spot up. I'm not even trying to play games. It's really got nice bathrooms. And if you don't believe me, you can go to barbathroomreviews.com. That's Bar Bathroom Reviews. That's a real website that I created while high on mushrooms after that cop dropped me off on my birthday. And I've kept up with it for the sake of comedy. barbathroomreviews.com, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so as I reached for the door, some homeless kid literally grabbed my arm. Hey, man. He's like, got my, from grabbing the door. He's like, hey, man, could I have some money? Like just a stereotype asshole with his dreadlocks. And I'm trying to take a dump. All right, I didn't come here for life lessons from some fucking hobo, and it made me really mad. So I just point blanked him. I've always wanted to ask these guys this question, but I was just like, dude, you're a white guy in your 20s living in Portland, Oregon. All right, we are the 1%. So what is your excuse? Lay it on me. Why are you out here asking for money? And I will tell you his excuse, and I will quote it verbatim. All right, he looked me in the eyes, and with a serious face, he said, just because I'm white doesn't mean life has been easy. Sorry. It's hard not to laugh when I say that because obviously that's not true. But I digress. He goes, just because I'm white doesn't mean life has been easy. My father walked out on me when I was 16.
What?
Fucking 16, God damn it. Do you understand? I'm not trying to undermine the importance of a strong father figure in the household, but at 16, it is time to buck up, champ. I mean, fuck, if he had said 5 or 8, I would have sympathized, but he will not get last word on 16. All right, so I fired back without missing a beat. I just said, wow, that's rough, but when I was 9, my father shot and killed himself in front of me.
Okay.
Which is not funny, understandably.
Whoops.
But it's also not true, all right? The point here, he is not winning this conversation, all right? Fuck this guy. I will be the victor, and I was, because when I said it, he literally grabbed his dog, because of course there's a fucking dog, and he turned around and walked out of my life forever, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and I guarantee the next morning when he woke up, he looked in the mirror, shaved off his dreads, and found a fucking job. So, for that, you are welcome, American economy. I've been Jacob Christopher. Thanks for tuning in. Give it up for your host. This was fun. Thank you all very much for tuning in.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you very much.